Hello, my name is Bamidélé Elégbédé, and today I would like to share how our physical bodies can help us understand our digital world. This isn't just a presentation, it's a proposal for a holistic way of doing research and public engagement. This curriculum innovation is structured in three acts. Act one, we would dive into my personal journeys and get to know how I understand, felt knowledge, and develop the PMFA frame. Rituals and interactive exhibits are powerful performative acts that help us make sense of the world. They allow us to explore shared meaning and navigate the complexities of being human. My fascinations with this intersection of rituals and interactive exhibit led me to the Exploratorium in San Francisco, a unique space where people explore science, art, and human perception. Your senses become an inquiry tool for gaining new knowledge and insights. As a senior exhibit designer there, I needed an effective way to navigate this world of senses, feelings, and insights, especially when working with a multidisciplinary groups of designers, engineers, artists, and various stakeholders on new concepts. This led me to design the PMFA framework, a framework for making the abstract tangible. PMFA stands for phenomenon, metaphor, form, and action. This, let's use the 0 point candle I designed to understand this basics of the PMFA. It's a physical tool for emotional centering. The phenomenon I wanted to embody is the mirroring of the nervous system return to balance. The metaphor is a wobble. The form is a candle, and the action is a tap. Um, and when you tap it, you observe a simple reminder of balance. The beauty of this framework is you could change it from being a candle to just being a ball, or you could change the tap from tapping to throwing a ball in the ball. This framework allows for flexible and changes in the story. Ultimately, what is important is when these four elements align, something incredible happens. It's a bodily knowing, a powerful inner feeling that communicates everything at once, not detail by detail. This is what I call felt knowledge. It's an immediate understanding or feeling about a situation, not necessarily conscious reasoning. It's a synchronicity between touch, feelings, and insights. PMFA is a tool for cultivating felt knowledge. The initial development of the PMFA is grounded in the EDGE research done at the Exploratorium. This research identified 9 attributes proven to enhance visitors' engagement. Attributes like familiar objects in exhibits and making exhibits open-ended. Or an attribute such as allowing space for others to observe another person engaging, further encouraging the observer to engage as well. The founder of the Exploratorium, Frank Oppenheimer, believed the whole point of the Exploratorium is to make it possible for people to believe they can understand the world. He emphasized that if we stop trying to understand things, I think we will all be sunk. There's an Hawaiian saying, if one builds water, we'll all stay afloat. Hawaiian wayfinding helped me further understand the PMFA on a social level, on a societal level. The culture is deeply rooted in embodied metaphor that transcends understanding into being. Iwai, imaku, imaku, iwai. This translates to the canoe is an island and the island is a canoe. It's far more than just a saying. It teaches us a profound lesson about how their society works. Wayfinding is an embodied social cultural experience. It links the body, society, and environment. This is a crucial conversation about context, especially in today's world. It's about how we can re-embody our society by bridging the digital world with physical artifacts. This link fosters deeper understanding and learning. This way of understanding is the essence of PMFA. Iwai imaku, imaku iwai. Let me show you how it works. The canoe itself becomes an inquiry tool for society. Each part of the canoe metaphorically represents and holds social values. This helps the community develop a deep embodied understanding, providing them with a language to navigate challenges ahead. Consider how the sail represents aspiration, or the paddle symbolizes action. These aren't just labels, but deeply felt connection. The PMFA frame helps me understand the structure of this felt knowledge and its ability to create space for indigenous knowledge within our modern world. Living in Hawaii during COVID, I learned about wayfinding from my teacher, Uncle Kimokeo, one of Hawaii's wisdom keeper. Here, we are on a week-long voyage around the island of Maui and Lanai. As we navigated the Pacific Ocean with ancestral tools, I couldn't help but consider our digital world and the challenges youths are facing. This led me to constantly ask, what is a world without felt knowledge? Disconnected islands, increased isolation, misunderstanding, conflicts. Online conflicts frequently spill into real-life violence. I was speaking to a Philadelphia school counselor, and she told me something profound. Most fights at schools now start online. Kids don't even argue in person. They argue online, then come to school and fight. I was shocked. It's hard to solve what we can't feel. Solutions often reinforce the original problems by using screens to solve screen problems. It's a strange loop. We need new ways to understand our digital world. Act 3. Now, let's see PMFA in action with real students tackling real issues. You can read about fire all day, but until you light a match, you don't feel heat. Imagine walking into a room where your digital life suddenly feels real. That's felt knowledge, learning that lives in your body. My journey led me to Drexel University. Here, I began teaching and gradually developing my PMFA exhibit design course. For my last class, I partnered with key institutions focused on digital well-being. A partner revealed a serious issue. Hospital report an increased gun violence linked to social media. Proud of my product design students at Drexel University for tackling this challenge with interactive exhibits. And, for this class, it was actually an interdisciplinary design studio, which include marketing students, material science students, and product design students. Let me share their journey with you. The first step was phenomenal. It's about pure observation. To help students reflect, I developed a card deck and workbook. This was a collaboration with SafeLab, a research initiative on youth navigating online and offline violence. The workbook prompted students to look into their digital lives in from different angles. We used playful questions to create a safe space for students to dig deeper into their online experiences. Questions like, if your online presence was broadcasted as a reality show, what would it be and why? Playful questions like this kind of get you reflect on a different level. We also brought in experts like Dr. Patton, director of SafeLab. Dr. Patton discussed using contextual community data science approach to prevent gun violence. He developed the contextual analysis of social media, CASM, approach, which prioritizes cultural context and inclusion in data analysis. This was an AI tool. During this week, students developed hundreds of sketches and formed teams around shared issues: surveillance, online addiction, miscommunication, and information overload. I set constraints at this stage. This was around week 3. These were not just concepts they were building, but real exhibits people will engage with. Each group of about 4 people had about $250 to spend to actually build the final exhibit. Um, Designing for felt knowledge, you know, is a profound act of self-reflection. And creating these constraints makes them keeps things simple and allows for iterations, allowing them to create something that is truly felt. The next stage is metaphor. Here, students translate their abstract feeling into concrete metaphors, helping them better understand and share those complex experiences. One team described losing hours online as pouring time down the drain, making the abstract feeling suddenly clear. I enjoyed all these aha moments during the semester. Then comes form. In this stage, 2 students transform their metaphors into tangible physical exhibits. Students learn to transform ambitious ideas using sketches, computer-aided drawings, and small-scale prototype to get early prototypes of their ideas. Then they went into full-scale exhibits, and this hand-on building process taught students not only real-world skills, but also invaluable lessons of overcoming challenges collaboratively. Many of these students, this is their first time building exhibits or even working in groups. So this was a really lovely experience. Um, the final PMFA stage is action. Student designed specific visitors interactions. They started thinking of how their exhibits how visitors would engage with their exhibits upon walking into the space, and started developing their exhibits into spatial realities, like this floor plan you see here. This involved looking into visitors' flow, materials, and initial interactions. All right, that was a small preview of what the exhibits look like. Student Open Connection Not Found, a 3-week public exhibition that engaged over 500 people. Visitors physically engaged with digital challenges, gaining deeper personal insights. The impact was significant. visitors reported profound realization from rethinking family time to sparking deep conversation about social media. For example, you, when you get a hey text, what do you think? The Hay exhibit explored how a simple, ambiguous text can cause misinformation and anxiety. Moving around a large, layered sculptures, visitors physically revealed its many translations. Hey, sup, you there? How's it going? I need to talk to you. I wish we spoke more. Can I ask you something? Really? Yes, you. What's your daily screen time? The Tube of Time exhibit allowed visitors to physically visualize their daily screen time. First, find your screen time on your phone. Then you crank this pump to fill a tube with water. And as the tube fills, you will see fun facts corresponding to your screen time. Some of these fun facts: 4 hours, 24 minutes. Watch The Lion Kings 3 times. 11 hours, 30 minutes. Fly from Philadelphia to LA and back. This physical representation of digital time um is truly thought-provoking. Um, this raises a question. How do you know when it's time to log off? Well, though, this was a immersive exhibit that required you to actually enter a dome. They were exploring the concept of informational overload. And this experience demonstrated how overwhelming nature of digital information and overstimulation can affect your ability to focus. Inside the dome, users search for Weldo in the bombardments of lights, sound, and even smell. It was overwhelming at first. They kind of like dialed everything up on the first iteration. But as they kept iterating on it, they were able to find a balance between understanding and engagement. Students learned various visitors experience evaluation method and even made changes to the exhibit based on it. They collected data through prompts and even took turns observing the exhibit floor. Talking about observation, are you being watched? The High Spy exhibit addressed digital surveillance. Visitor controlled a surveillance camera overlooking the exhibition with a joystick to complete missions. Cards like Find a Person on Your Phone showed how being watched or watching affects our behavior. Um, this was a very interesting um, project because at first they didn't have a metaphor. They just had this joystick and a camera, and they were so excited about their concept, which I actually really liked. However, I kept pushing them to really dial in the metaphor, and at the end of class, they were like, "Oh, an arcade!" And they were giving each other high fives because they got all the four elements down, and it clicked. There is a profound understanding that comes when everything, all the four elements are there. Let's take a deeper look at the exhibition.
I give up. Do you want to come back in? No. Also remember,
Ultimately, PMFA is more than a process. It's a meaning-making tool and a language for shared understanding. PMFA transforms research into lived experiences. I'm looking to further develop this framework with groups tackling complex topics, behavior change, and community-engaged research. How would we navigate this new world with our whole selves? Thank you.